Greetings, my movie geeks. Welcome to our rewatch of The X-Files. Name for the show coming up at a future date. I'm Nate, also known as the Ultimate Movie Geek, and I'm joined by Marina, Mrs. Movie Geek.
Alright.
Alright. Where to begin? Shall we start at the beginning? Before we get into episode 1, which is the pilot, what are your memories of the X-Files?
Personal memories.
Yeah. Why you like it? What made it become the show that you loved?
I think I'd never seen anything like it before, other than when I was a kid. I don't know when the Twilight Zone was made. Probably a bit before I was old enough to watch it. I would say I was probably a bit young. So when I was, don't know.
I think there was a few iterations of that though, wasn't there?
Yeah, maybe 10ish. I can remember watching the Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd was one
yeah.
of the people who was in it.
Want to see something real scary?
Yeah. Let the midnight special. And
you can look at that review on that.
I used to love I loved everything unknown and mysteries and things that you can't explain. And I'd never seen anything like it. And I think we'd seen it advertised, and I thought, oh, well, we'll watch that. And I remember I lived at home with Mum and Dad. I was a kid, young teenager, I think, when this came out. And we started watching it, BBC Two.
BBC Two, yeah.
BBC Two, Thursday night, 9:00.
Yeah.
And we were hooked, everybody in my family. And it was weird because I was FaceTiming my sister yesterday. On Messenger, actually, I don't have an iPhone. And it was weird because no one mentioned that we're watching all the X-Files. And
yeah.
My sister went, oh, I remember we used to watch all the X-Files. We used to sit and watch it together, didn't we? So she's got
a memories
of it as well. Which is weird because I didn't realise she still lived at home. She did. But I certainly remember watching it, sat in with my mum and dad, and they both loved it too. And it was just every week was different. At first, anyway. I don't like the underlying theme that starts in about season 2, 3. But it is just one of those quite niche, or what was quite a niche series.
Well, it sort of kicked off the whole Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Series arcs type thing, where it was a different episode each week, and it was something new, something different.
You watch like things like Supernatural now, which I also love because Dean Winchester, you know, if you're out there and listening. Oof. But
I'm sitting right here.
I know. It draws a lot of what you watch now, because there is a lot more of these shows and has been over probably the last 15-20 years. A lot of it is just, it's eating this up and churning it back out.
A good example of that is like Fringe. That is almost a sequel to the X-Files.
It's all FBI and yeah. So they're my personal memories are that I was pretty much hooked from the pilot episode.
Yeah.
And it was a regular, we do family film night with our own children.
Yeah.
We didn't really do that with my mum and dad, but there were certain things we'd all sit down and watch together. And X-Files was one of them. Yeah. Everybody would sit and be quiet and watch the X-Files. It was one of them you didn't speak.
No, because you were following it. You're following the story.
Yeah.
I have a quite different some memory to that, really. I got into it, I think it was after the pilot had gone out and the first series was running. And I think I got into it because I was at school. I'm a little bit younger than you. And
I was at school.
Yeah, no, but I was in junior school.
Right, yeah, no, I wasn't.
So I watched it. I had my own TV in my room, so I watched it like you say, Thursday night BBC Two, on my own. And I think it's one of those things where, because for a kid, a lot of it is quite scary.
Yeah. There
is some episodes, like some of the first few episodes are quite scary. And I think it's one of those where, 9:00, you're at school, it's your early bedtime. I was in my own room at my own, watching the X-Files, scaring myself before sleep.
So you went to bed later than Noah then?
Yeah.
Oh.
9:00 bedtime for me.
Yeah, but you were up till 10 watching that.
Well, quarter to.
45, yeah.
But yeah, that's my memories, and I remember collecting all like the baseball cards. So I've still got them in the garage now. I've got the first series cards. Yeah, I'll have to dig them out.
I've got some books that my brother bought me for
Yeah.
like Christmas and birthdays because he knew I loved the X-Files. I got a video off someone as well. That might be my sister.
Yeah.
So somewhere I've got an X-Files video.
Yeah, I've got videos. I've got the whole of series 3 on videotape that we got from. I think I got it from a birthday that was bought from the HMV in town, which doesn't exist anymore.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my memory, and also it kicked off my schoolboy crush of Dana Scully.
Yeah, I quite fancied for some reason David Duchovny. Fox Mulder. I think it was more his
It was
character.
more Fox Mulder, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was his character, I think, because he just is desperate to have something to believe in.
Yeah.
So I was the same, but with obviously Fox Mulder.
Yeah.
I have to say I don't really fancy him anymore. Now I've grown up.
You know what? Scully's still. she's pretty nice still.
Scully's aging well, isn't she?
So yeah, we don't really know how this podcast is gonna turn out. We'll probably do some videos as well. We'll turn them into videos, but we'll start with episode 1, the pilot, and that is basically what it's called. It just starts. It has the title screen, the X-Files, and that's it. And then it comes up with a screen saying these
following events are based on actual events.
Yeah. True life events, which is interesting because they don't all follow that. It's literally just the first episode, so they drop that afterwards.
Yeah.
But the first episode sees a young girl running through the woods, and then you see these red eyes. And funnily enough, there's a show now on Sci-Fi called Project Blue Book, which has a similar storyline, and you can see those eyes in one of those episodes as well. And it was debunked to be something like owl eyes. Anyway, she falls down in the woods and then is pursued by someone that we don't know who it is, and then a big light engulfs them, and then she turns up dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into the ins and outs of every
episode.
Well, the first episode really is about alien abduction.
Yes. Sets the tone.
It's in a town. They seem to be targeting certain age of teenagers. They all have these little marks on them, and the little, chip was pulled out of one of them. Some of them are in it's almost like a hospital, but a secure ward, for mental health issues. It's just setting up really the relationship as well for
Mulder and
Scully. And Mulder is the scientific doctor.
Yeah.
Who.
Skeptic.
She's a skeptic, and I think I think Fox Mulder was right, because I think she did piss somebody off, and they put her on the X-Files to be the grounded person who. But
you never know. You never know why.
For the explanation, no. But I do think there's a bit of a backstory there.
Yeah, I think that.
So they're kind of thrown together, and it's really starting their dynamic of the relationship. There's a logical reason for everything. Sometimes she doesn't know what it is, but she's, you do need a person like that around, so you don't go off and follow the wrong leads and the wrong.
And you do find in the series and other episodes that she does ground him.
Yeah.
And it works.
And she stops him going down the wrong path sometimes, doesn't she? Where he is very, some of the things she's open to, it's weird that he isn't, but we're jumping ahead. But the pilot is, it's a good start. And again, I'd never seen anything like it before. There's a couple of Alien films. I didn't watch Alien because I was too young, but there was one, I can't remember what it's called, a weird guy.
He's like Fire from the Sky.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that was probably around the same time as the X-Files, to be fair. No, what's it called? He does the Fatboy Slim video.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, he's in a film, I can't remember what it's called. and it's about like grey aliens, and I can't remember that. Other than that,
Yeah.
Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
Oh yeah.
They were the only things that I'd really
Communion.
seen about the Communion. Yeah. So it was like interesting to see this take on it, and I do think this has got a lot to answer for. Because because you've got all your ancient aliens and
you
like
do.
that today, and I think all of that has been spawned from people.
Well, it is. It's from what's he
being
called?
So influenced by the X-Files.
Who's the guy who came up with the ancient alien theory?
Scullys.
No.
Eric Von Daniken.
Yeah, that one. So a lot of it's probably from him, isn't it? That all these stories come from.
He's been writing books since the 60s or whatever, hasn't he? Yeah, but it's a good starter episode, and it makes you wonder what is going on.
What's going on?
You get them to see lost time in the first episode. There's like the light of the car fails and the flashing lights.
Yeah, so the flying in and the plane has turbulence. Then they're driving through the forest, and the radio glitches, so he gets out and marks an X on the road, which is great. And then later on it comes back that they lose 9 minutes of time driving along the same road, and then he gets out the car and finds that it's exactly in the same place where the X is.
But it's weird because you never understand what happens in that 9 minutes. It's like it's a good solid starter episode.
Yeah, but it doesn't answer everything. And I know you could probably say that the X-Files, some of the bad points to the X-Files is that they don't answer everything, but that's it. But they also bring in from the pilot episode, you have the main antagonist who's brought in, Smoking Man.
Yeah.
Who is only there for... Is he there at the beginning and at the end? I can't remember. I think he's in the office, isn't he?
Yeah, he's there.
When Scully gets assigned to the X-Files.
Yeah.
And she's been assigned, like you said, we don't know why, but to keep an eye on what Mulder's doing. So obviously
she sends reports. And a lot of these early ones are
her reporting.
Her perspective. It's Scully telling the tale, writing up her reports on her laptop, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, they might have had laptops, I don't know.
No, it was laptop,
But yeah, it's if you're interested, even if you're not, I suppose, it's an easy watch.
It
you
is.
You can lose yourself. You can just sit for 45 minutes. And some of them are a bit, there's a couple of them I don't really enjoy particularly, but some of them are fantastic. Some of the Monster of the Week ones have your belly laughing. Because they're so funny. Like Luke Wilson is in a later one.
Yeah, later one, yeah.
That's a brilliant episode. It's brilliant.
Well, we're doing this. We should have done this a couple of months ago when we started the series. But we're on series 3 now, aren't we? And we've just watched an episode where it's just subtly funny because Mulder and Scully are fratching.
Yeah, they're fratching in this.
And it's hilarious, really, to watch it. But yeah, there's other episodes as well, but we will get to that because this is a run through of every episode of the X-Files. Did I not tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, so did you know? I'll just do a few little tidbits.
Fanboy facts.
Fanboy facts. I like that. That's great. The Smoking Man, William B. Davis, originally auditioned for the senior FBI agent who had 3 lines. He ended up getting the part with no lines, but had the longest.
Yeah, he's there from the beginning, isn't he?
Yeah,
brilliant.
there to the end.
Yeah,
pretty much. David Duchovny, when he was cast, he was pretty much cast straight away, but they struggled to find anyone for Scully's part. And the studio, they wanted to get rid of Gillian Anderson because she didn't come across as the usual type.
Right.
Which is quite interesting.
Well, she's what, 5'2"?
Yeah, something like that.
She's not dumpy. She gets a bit dumpy when she's pregnant.
That's understandable, isn't it?
We all.
Yes, we do.
She's mousy, and that's another thing that I noticed. She's not really red at the start. She's more mousy.
Yeah.
And then when it starts the second series, she's red.
Well, no, I think she gets red after the pilot.
She's very. She is. That's what I just said. The
Oh,
second.
Right. Oh, I thought you said series.
Oh, I might have done. Sorry, I meant second episode. She's reddish, but she's very different.
Yeah.
She's very different in the from episode 2.
Yeah.
She's totally different to what she looks like in this. Because in this, she looks like she's fresh out of the academy.
Oh yeah, it's. I think it does come across as very Clarice Starling. Now I can't remember. It's 91 was Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
So I reckon they have tried to base her off how Jodie Foster looked.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the hair, it's darker. It's like you say, it's not red.
Yeah.
It's she's basically Clarice.
Yeah.
So, but then they've gone a different way and made her own character.
Yeah.
But also the another, what was it, fanboy fact? Oh, I love that. I think that's brilliant. Fact. Yeah, I'm fanboying over here on that. It's great. Chris Carter said he said he decided to play against the established stereotypes, making the male character the believer and the female a skeptic, as in other TV shows it was always the other way around.
The hysterical female believes everything.
Yeah, the hysterical. Yeah. Well, it's like life, isn't it? Ooh. Moving on.
Really?
So the first episode is, like you say, it's just basically, it's the pilot. It was the one that hooked the network into making a full season.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked well. The X-Files ended up getting 10 series and then another 2
and films
and 2 films as well. So
I'll tell you what I've just noticed as well.
What have you noticed?
That in this pilot episode, she thinks she's got these marks at these teenagers who are getting abducted.
Yeah.
And it shows her in a pair of knickers and bra at the thing. You don't see that again, really.
No, you.
And it's almost like, again, if they'd done that to try and hook people in, then
maybe.
Actually the integrity of the show meant that they didn't really need it.
No.
Because it shows her in a knickers and bra, and you don't. It's pointless. I mean, the story is obviously she's worried she's got him. She gets mould at her
But
chest.
if it wasn't in the episode,
it
wouldn't have missed it, would we?
No, it's not crucial.
No, you're probably right. It was a way of bringing male.
Yeah, although knickers and bra are just horrific. They look like they've been, everyone who listens to this, if there is any women listening to it, we've all got white bras. I don't own a white bra anymore. It's white for probably the first 2 weeks, and then it slowly goes greyer and greyer. And her pants and knickers were like they've been in the washing machine with some jeans. We've all done that. So they could have made her wear something nicer, but hey ho. What was it, 93?
It was silver.
Well, you say silver. I said they've been in with a pair of jeans.
She was wearing a bra? Anyway, so that's the first. Well, I don't know what we've done. We've talked about the X-Files. The first episode, it's interesting. It's a good starting point for the series.
Yeah, it's everything that he is wrapped up in.
Yes.
Everything is there from the get-go. You've got your government within your government and your secret people and groups within those groups. That's all there from the beginning. You've got Mulder's insecurities, and it's always been about his sister and people being abducted and his fascination with aliens and abductions, and that's what the first one is about. That's what better place to start, because to understand his character you need to watch that and live it through his eyes type of thing and see what he sees. And I think that helps understand the X-Files and the characters in it, really. And
I think if you haven't watched it, you should go out and watch it now. All episodes are on Amazon Prime as we speak. So get out there and watch it. And tomorrow we will do episode 2.
Yeah, we're not really, like I say, we're not going to talk just about the episode.
No,
just things.
We're just going to touch on the episode and see where the story has gone and where it's going.
Yeah.
And like new characters, like the next episode is called Deep Throat, and for the full first series, you get this character. So
Yeah.
anyway, tomorrow we will see you then, and have a good one, and stay safe and stay home. See you later.
See ya.